Hi friends, happy Monday night. I hope that you all had a wonderful weekend and a wonderful Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. So I'm jumping on tonight because I have something exciting that I want to talk to you guys about. So I don't know if you happened to catch my live the other day, but I was doing a 5-day challenge with these two health coaches that run the Wellness Business podcast, and then they were running a free 5-day challenge for wellness business owners. And it was really an amazing 5-day challenge. I put in the work and then I started seeing results. And isn't it funny when that happens? But I wanted to jump on because if you are on my email list, I just sent out my freebie, which is my 5 big tips on owning your day. Does anybody else ever feel like they're not in the driver's seat of their life? I remember working with a life coach a couple of years ago, and he made the analogy about who's driving the car of your life, like who's in the driver's seat. Are you in shotgun? Shotgun is fun when you're in your friend's car or you're on a long road trip and you need a break, so you switch out. But when you're talking about driving the car of your life, like who's driving your car, it should be you. The answer should be you. Now, there are times where we ask for a lot of help, right? And we might have a lot of people in the car with us, helping us out, or even having that co-pilot with us. But you should really be driving the car because guess what? It's your life. And if you feel like you don't have control of your life, if you feel like you're not owning your day, as I talk about in my 5 tips to owning your day, if you don't feel like you're owning your day, you need to take a minute. You need to take a breath. You need to take a look in the mirror and see what's happening in your life and ask yourself, why do I not feel in control? Who am I giving control away to? Who am I allowing to control my life? Because you're an adult. I'm pretty sure I don't have any kids watching this. So as an adult, you're in control of your life. And you have this one beautiful life to live. And I know I always say that, but I so wholeheartedly believe in that statement that we have this one beautiful life to live. You should be in the driver's seat. And I believe that so many of us wake up in the society that we live in now, in the world that we live in, 2019, and it's so fast paced. And there's almost no time to catch up. And we are literally waking up and we are starting at like 60 miles an hour. And we're waking up to our alarms, which are on our cell phones, and then we're immediately scrolling on social media. And I'm not saying that I haven't done that. I used to. But I started changing my ways. Because what I was realizing was I was pouring into everybody else's cup before pouring into my cup. And my cup is the most important, right? Because I need to show up as my best self. For myself, I need to take care of myself, mind, body, spirit. I want to show up for my family as my best self. I take extreme pride in being a daughter, sister, aunt, cousin, friend. I want to show up as my best self. And in my career, I am a pediatric nurse. I have children's lives in my hands every day for the last 19 and a half years. I damn well better be showing up as my best self. I haven't always shown up as my best self. Maybe I've been tired, stressed, burnt out, depressed. But what I'm learning over the past couple years is that I want to show up as my best self. But guess what? I have to do some work to show up as my best self. Because it's not in a pill. It's not at the flip of a switch. I had to do some work on myself so that I can show up as my best self. And how do I do that? Well, in my email, 5 tips to owning your day, those are the practices that I do every day of my life, like real life. Hashtag real life. This is what I do in my real life. If you want like an inside peek into what I do, how I wake up, and I do try to replicate that even when I'm away, as I'm sure maybe you guys have seen, right? For example, my hot water with lemon every morning. I bring that little travel kit with me wherever I go. So wherever I go, I do try to do the same routine because I still want to show up as my best self when I'm on vacation, when I'm traveling, staying at a friend's house, right? Variables come up, but for the most part, I want to show up as my best self. So what I want to invite you guys to tonight is that I am opening 5 spots, 5 beautiful souls. I am opening up 5 spots for a free discovery call with me to see what I'm all about, what my coaching business is all about, and how I can serve you. In this training program that I've been doing over the past 5 days, they always talk about your ideal client and your niche market. And my business coach, who I love, Amber Lillystrom, she's always said that your ideal client is the former version of you. The you like 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 15 years ago that needed you now. You can show up for that former version of you. And you have to show up at the place where they are. Even though you have all this experience now, you can't show up at the former version of yourself 10 years ago being the 2019 version of yourself. So you have to remember, what was that like for me a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and show up as the leader for that client, as a coach, as a friend, as someone who wants to serve them, and show up with all of the knowledge you have learned, the tools that you have put in your toolkit, so you can help them. And my ideal client is that woman in her 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. I'm 42 years old, right? So I do resonate a lot with women around my age, which I feel like is pretty normal. But my life also looks very different than most women my age. I am not married and I don't have children, right? So most women my age are married with children, or divorced with children, or married no children, right? So even though our lives might look different, I think the age thing, we still grew up in the 80s and 90s. We remember the same shows and music, and we know what our bodies go through at this point in our life. So my ideal client is that woman, maybe in her mid to late 30s, 40s, who has lost the joy in the everyday. And I want you to think about that as I ask you, are you finding joy in your days? Because this life should be fun. It should be joyful and happy. And of course, there are sad times, very, very sad times. But for the most part, there should be a lot of joy, a lot of happiness. And a lot of it starts with you. So have you lost the joy in the everyday? Do you find yourself getting up and pretty much just having Groundhog Day over and over and over again? Are you waking up on Monday miserable with the, oh, it's Monday, how am I going to make it through the week? Hump day, thank God Wednesday's here, closer to Friday. Friday, thanks be to God, the weekend's here. And then the weekend comes and it's kind of a blur, and you go back to work on Monday, and when people say, how was your weekend? It went too fast. Is that you? Where's the joy in those 5 days? That's a gift, Monday through Friday. to be alive and wake up every one of those days and go to a job that is paying you to support yourself and your family, I was there. I was waking up and doing the same thing day in and day out and day in and day out, and not finding any joy in a lot of it. And I found myself really sad and wondering, how do I find the joy? Like, can someone tell me what to do? How to find it? Where do I go? Do I have to get on a plane to go there? And I started doing the inner work on myself. I didn't really know what it would look like. I didn't know if it would work. But I started taking baby steps. And what did it look like for me? Yoga, meditation, journaling. And I started healing myself from the inside out, finding more joy in my life. And I'm definitely at a very different spot than I was about 5 years ago. And I love where I am today. And I still have a lot of work to do. But I can say to myself that Katie of 5 years ago was in such a bad place. Sad, really sad, every day. Looking for the joy, looking outside herself for the joy. And it was only until I started to look on the inside and look in the mirror and say, who's in the driver's seat of your car, Katie? Who is it? 'Cause it's not you. And I had to learn from mentors and people close to me and friends and family members and coworkers and people I've never met, and read books and listen to podcasts and get on a plane and go to seminars, to start to do the inner work on myself, to put myself back in the driver's seat. I mean, hello, how excited were you when you turned 17 and got your driver's license? I mean, I know some of the rules have changed now. I don't even know what's going on with the permit, and 16 and a half, and only during the day, and you can only have one sibling or friend in the car. I don't even know. But can we please go back to when you turned 17 and your parents gave you the keys and they let you drive away from the house in the car? Like, how excited were you? I remember driving to my friend Beth's house, but I forgot how to get there because I was so excited. And even though my mom had driven me to her house for like 15 years, I forgot. But I was in the driver's seat, like, wow, I'm in control. I hope I know what I'm doing. I'm definitely not going to parallel park this car anytime soon, or maybe get on Route 22, but I will drive around town like a rock star with my windows down and the music on. At what point did you get out of the driver's seat of your life and hand it over to who knows who? One person, multiple people? You've been sitting in the passenger seat, wondering why you feel burnt out, stressed, depressed, resentful, angry. Because somebody else is driving your car. It's not supposed to be like that. You're supposed to be driving it. That's the gift of life. Here's your life. Drive it. Right? And when you are driving a car, your eyes have to be open and you have to be aware of your surroundings, right? Or else you'll crash and burn and then it's over. You have to be mindful of what's happening. You're driving, right? So do you want to get back in the driver's seat of your car, of your life? I know I did. And I'm back in that driver's seat. Let me tell you something. And I actually love driving. I always have. I love a good road trip. I love driving. And I really love driving the car of my life. I want to be in control of my life, right? I want to be there for all the wonderful moments and be happy and joyful and present and mindful. I want to be there, full mind, body, spirit. I want to be there. This life is a gift. I want to live it. So if this has spoken to any of you, I feel like that was just a lot. I wasn't expecting it to be this much. I was just going to do a couple minutes, but that's what happens when I start speaking about something I'm so passionate about. It just all came out. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And please, if you would like to set up a discovery call with me, a free phone call where I'll learn some more about you and you can learn more about me and my coaching business. If you want to get into the driver's seat, back into the driver's seat of your life, let me know. Go to katiecarrollcoaching.com. I'll put the link below the video and sign up for my email list. And send me a message. Let me know that you're interested. You can send me a Facebook message or coachandscrubs@gmail.com, or send me an Instagram message if you'd like. Send me a DM. And let me know that you're interested, and we will connect and we will set up a day and a time to make this phone call happen. I have 5 spots open for discovery calls. So I hope it's you. I can't wait to talk to you guys. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you guys have a beautiful night, and I'll see you soon. Thanks so much. Bye.